What's up, Stormtroopers? Bryant Cook here, and tonight we are playing Platinum Gifts. So I've played this deck in the past. This deck might look a little bit different because it's had a few upgrades and a few changes in philosophy. So the big one is I'm a huge advocate of fetch lands. I don't think that the non-fetch land mana base is actually ideal. Sue me. And I'm playing it tonight because we're running this Madcap Experiment Platinum Emperion combination in the sideboard. Fetch lands don't work really well with this Platinum Emperion, so can't really play Platinum with fetch lands. I've done it in the past, and honestly, it was probably a mistake. So I am running the Riverglide Pathways tonight, along with Siobhan Reef and Steam Vents. So the main deck is almost the same as the last video. We just adjusted the mana base. The sideboard, there's no pieces of the puzzle because pieces doesn't really work with the Madcap plan. If you mill a Platinum Emperion, it's actually super bad. So we're not doing that. Instead, we're seeing a return to Aria Flame. I know. Aether Gust is like a real concern, but it's still really good against Black Red. And then Mystical Disputes due to not having Veils. I thought about playing an extra Empty. I just don't think Empty's good right now in the metagame. If you have any questions on this list, make sure to put them below in the comments. But also, while you're in the comments area, look at the description. We have tons of social media channels, including a brand new subreddit. Go subscribe to all of those channels. Do it. Please. Just make me happy. I'm making this great modern content. Why not, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about this deck list. Round number 1 will be coming up in just a second. Alright, round number 1, we're on the draw. We've opened up a decent hand here. I think we're going to try this one. Not really sure what this person plays. Alright. So many pathways. I think I'm just going to jam the Brawl. I'm not really sure what the Field of the Dead deck does to Brawl. I guess this could just be like Reclamation. I doubt it though. They probably would have fetched a green source unless that's what they're getting with the turn. Okay. Brawl will be bounced. This Remand also looks kind of bad now. No point of holding up Remand when our opponent has a Teferi. Alright, I definitely want the Morphos. A change I almost made before this league was I was thinking about doing 3 Grape Shot, 2 Remand, but Modern has gotten a little more degenerate over the last, year or so, and I feel like you almost need 3 Remand. Alright, I'm going to start off on Sleight of Hand here. I want to be able to Remand. I'm going to pass. I feel like I'm more likely to be able to force through a counterspell next turn. And if they tap out for Reclamation here, I'm guessing they're a Rec deck. We can, punish them a little bit that way. want them to tap out. I'm not really sure what they're doing. Alright, I think I'm going to cast the gifts. I was thinking about remanding my own gifts, but I think remanding the Cryptic just makes more sense. Interesting. They gave us Past in Flames. So this should be a pretty straightforward kill. I don't know if I'm missing something from the opponent or not, but I'm just going to try to win. Okay. Trying to figure out my best way of winning the game if they have a second Force of Negation here. I don't know if I can actually beat a second Force of Negation. Or maybe that was a misplay from me casting gifts or remanding the Cryptic on their end step. So they gave us the Ritual. So I'm feeling pretty good about, even if they have another Force of Negation there. Okay. So we got game number 1 against whatever this is. It's definitely not a Platinum plan matchup. In these slower matchups, I don't hate just boarding out the creatures and becoming a slow deck. I've done that a lot in the past. Like, this seems fine to me. Yeah, let's try that out. And you lucky modern folks are the first to see my new reorganized ads, so why don't I try this out? If you're unfamiliar with my content, check out the eternalglorypodcast.com. Or I guess just the podcast. You don't need to go to the website. Who am I to judge you? We're available on Stitcher, Podbeam, iTunes, Spotify, all of them. Go check out the Eternal Glory podcast. We primarily talk about Legacy. Alright, game number 2. I reorganized all of my OBS the other day, and I wasn't sure how effective the ads will be in the new placement. So we'll see once I go through a couple more. It was just really messy, and I wanted to organize everything. So we're on the draw against whatever this deck is. Gifts and Givens seems okay. I don't know, we have double cantrip. I'm going to try this. I think I need to bottom these. We just need lands. I imagine this has to be some sort of reclamation deck, but who knows? Alright, well, there's a land. That's good. Oh no. I think I just discard a ritual here. I've yet to see our opponent actually do anything yet. Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I rewatched one of my videos the other day and I felt like I was wheezing a lot in it, but I've talked to some people and they're like, oh, I didn't notice, but I could hear my own breathing and that bothers me, so I'm trying to sniffle it up to stop that. Alright, Reef. Cool. Don't know if I actually want to cast Gifts on the end step because we can't back it up with the Dispute. I guess I could have gone Ritual Gifts there. They'll probably sacrifice this now if I had a guess. We were going to have to discard anyway, so I'm fine with that. Wonder if our opponent's ever going to cast like a meaningful magic card. I just don't know what they're doing. This looks like a reclamation deck to me, but normally my opponents play spells by turn 7 in game 2. Once again, we have a Field of the Dead. Maybe there's like a weird rug control deck. These disputes are looking worse and worse. Alright, so they want back Mana Leak. Oh, it's just Omnath? Ooh. Alright, so now we know it's just like an Omnath pile. I'm also wondering if like maybe I should board a little differently for the third game if there is one. So we could cast Past in Flames here. The problem is that our opponent just has a bunch of mana, and we don't have enough. We've sat with these two Dead Mystical Disputes in our hand the whole game, and we can't cast Past in Flames plus Remand. Not looking too good. Yeah, I can't imagine that we're going to win this. Yeah, like what does this even do? Alright, game 3. Like, Grape Shot's not even that good against them. I can see going down to 1. Looks like these aren't that effective either, so let's board that stuff out. Bring back in 6 bears. Yeah, I'm good with this. Sure. I think I probably stacked that wrong. I should have drawn Past in Flames this turn and not the ritual. Hmm. So it looks like the average list play like 3 Aether Gusts, so this is one of 2. I don't think I need it, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. And now we can play Aria Flame. It's a good window for us here. That resolved pretty quickly, so hopefully we can use Op to start dealing some damage. We don't need Electromancer. Try to resolve it again. Yeah, this is sort of why this card isn't as good as it used to be. Like, people just didn't play Aether Gust in the past. How many of those do they even play? So they have another Mystic Sanctuary as well. Honestly, I don't know if we should be casting this over and over, but I think it's probably how we win. Blowout. Okay, goodbye, Aria. Gonna need a really big grape shot. Interesting that they did not use the Misty, but I guess that makes sense if they have field because it's just another zombie. So they have one unknown. I wonder how crazy it is here to just like ritual and play triple cantrip. Alright, so let's start off with the Serum Visions. We're just trying to get some, you know, good cards. I guess we could hit Empty, that would be sweet. Actually, I don't think Empty does it. Oh, we did hit the Empty. But I don't know if I actually want that card. Like, our opponent has a bunch of life. They're going to make a horde of zombies. I don't know. Alright. Also, I'm pretty sure that Omnath kills them. Okay, not creatures, opponents and planeswalkers. Started learning this matchup as we go. Like I said, I don't play a whole lot of Modern, just figuring things out. So I believe they have 2 lands in hand now. Alright, Slight's not a bad draw. I think we take the opt. So do I want to burn the Morphos right now? That's the real question. So we have 7 mana sources in play. Next turn I can play Baral, Flashback, and that's 6, so I'd have 1 open. So I actually don't think it matters if I cast this or not. Unless it gets countered. Are we dead? They're getting back Bolt. Sort of hoping that our opponent gets greedy and tries to Bolt one here, so I'm going to block wrong on purpose. Alright, so we know that they have Bolt and one unknown. We can cast another... We can cast Past in Flames right now. I'll just hold the Brawl. I think it's a little risky to play out. Like, if I had drawn an untapped land there, that would have been better for the Brawl line, because then they create Storm with their own Bolt. But if I play Brawl and then cast Ritual and then they Bolt, which I imagine that they would, we can't cast the Empty. Okay, so now I can. Alright, and I'm going to empty and then play a cantrip, because this way I still dodge the Bolt in their hand. And there's no point in attacking here, because they can fetch and then make another zombie, so we're dealing 5 and losing 2 creatures. I just don't see the value. Actually, maybe it's fine. Okay, they wanted to save their fetch for something. Maybe they're hoping to draw another field. I have 2 cards. So they might be on the burn me out plan now. They have Bolt and one unknown. Alright, so... I mean, if they have a counter for the Past in Flames, it sucks, but have to go for it. Okay, so we actually have to get a bunch of cantrips here because we have no way of getting the grape shot. Also, actually, if they want to give me Aria, I'd be thrilled. No respect to the Aria. I doubt we can kill with the trigger on the stack. But might as well try, right? Alright, so I think we slight and then visions. Part of me is like, do I even want to cast visions this turn? Because it potentially kills us if they minus Ren and then I've double bolt. I'm gonna keep Remand. Oh no, my bad. I have to pick one. Sorry, I don't know of a better. I guess it would honestly would have been easier to attack all and then undo. Sorry. Also, like getting a little bit low on time. I forgot that I have Remand up along with the Baral so I can cast it. So I'm going to hold priority on this and then Remand. All right, we got match number one. That was a wild one. I don't think I played perfectly, but we were lucky enough to get there, and it was quite the match. Aria Flame came up pretty big. We only had to cast it roughly 7 times. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed match number one. Stay tuned for match number two. What's up? Round number two. We're on the draw again. And we've opened up a reasonable hand. I don't know what our opponent's playing. I don't tend to look that stuff up for Modern. I'm just going to keep... I feel like people shift more in Modern. Alright, it's you. Tron. We do have Remand, which is pretty good in this matchup. Don't think I actually need another opt. I know, like, I could, like, hold up Remand and then double opt on their end step, but I think I'd rather just have a random draw. Unfortunately, we're still pretty far away from killing our opponent, too. I don't care about that. That's the best you had? Wormcoil? Ballista. Let's see a Gifts and Given. Come on. That is not what I asked for. So I could play out Brawl first, but our opponent has the O-Stone in play, so that doesn't seem like the best thing. I think we're supposed to just try to dig towards our gifts to win the game. Wonder if I should remand this, because if they hit like Ulamog off this, I'm going to be pretty upset. No, I think I need to let them have it, because I need them to tap out for a Giant Ballista if we're going to win, because if they play Ballista, we still can't beat that. So, Karn Liberated, I can also remand that. So they have 12 mana. All they need is another land next turn, and they can replay Karn, even through Remand. Morphos. I'm sort of expecting... Ooh. If I remand this, then I guess they could blow the stone. I guess I get the random draw still. Gross. I know that I don't need to play out the Electromancer here. I want our opponent to invest mana into killing these two cards that I don't care about on their next turn, and hopefully I'll draw a card that doesn't suck. I know it's probably not likely, but we are a third through our deck. We know that they have Karn and 3 unknowns. Not gonna shoot me with Ballista first? Okay. Seems weird, but fine. Alright, deck, let's draw something good. They also could have just, like, done that and kept their Ballista alive. Another land is not what the doctor ordered. So next turn they can ultimate Ugin. For keeping a hand that was almost all cantrips, it's a little crazy how we ended up flooding out this hard. The cheapest thing that I can currently repeal is Wormcoil Engine. So... am I supposed to play Brawl and then repeal Brawl? So they attack. I mean, I guess we can pass here. They don't technically have lethal. I mean, there's a world in which this Ugin blanks. It's not likely. They should have plus Karn before using that ability. So they gave us another draw step, it looks like. I guess they could have a walking ballista, but I don't know. This looks like a huge ballista. Alright, so that was a little unfortunate. Give me my top card. Remand. I guess we could have played Brawl, Remand, and then have 4 mana up. Wow. Alright, so we definitely want these two. I think the plan is to just be fast against them. Like, empty doesn't seem very good here. Probably board out a Grape Shot. You only need the one to win the game. I mean, like, maybe a Slight. Guess you like could board out an Electromancer. Sure. Normally I would board up the cantrip, but we lost last game because we couldn't find anything we needed. Opponent mulligans to 6. Another goblin. Alright, so we are set up for a turn 3. I guess I could be going off into Warping Well here, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I think I just get Remand. Like, we have so much mana floating and 2 Brawls in play. So, like, let's say they do have Warping Whale. I can actually beat a Warping Whale right now if I choose this pile. I should play around or play around surgical. Other gifts. Like, I'm just trying to figure out the ways that we lose this game. And I'm pretty sure it's that we somehow, like, get our card Grape Shot Surgical because we boarded one out. I mean, we lose to Surgical anyway. So I'm wondering if I should just, like, okay, they've had enough. But I was wondering if we should just get cantrips and try to find the Grape Shot naturally and just possibly play around us ever getting hit by Surgical or Ravenous Trap or something like that. But can't be too upset with a 2-0 to start. I didn't realize I was still playing, so we're low on time. Keep. Sorry, I just like had this up in the background doing other things. Like I just went and ate a brownie. Like I thought the round was done. I should undo the 2-0 that I put there. We are 1-0. My bad. Don't know what I was thinking. I got a message from my wife that brownies were done, and I think that my brain just went to, mush. Ooh, that's pretty good. Did not need a second pass in flames after my opponent played a relic. Oh, come on, Duck. They did not use relic. And they had natural Tron. We're in trouble. Okay, I don't really care about Worm Coil. The difficult part is going to be trying to beat the relic. Come on, tap out Verugan. Coward. Oh no. Alright, I think I just have to cast these. I mean, both those are good, but I really just need a land. I think we're going to be able to beat Relic if I can just, like, hit my lands. Alright. Maybe I should have bottomed that one. I don't know. That was probably a play mistake. I guess it gives me a red source in case they Karn. Alright. So maybe there's a chance that my blunder just helped us. Who knows? Maybe that was the right play all along. Alright, they put a land to their hand, so now we just have to beat a relic. I think we can do that. So I just want to think this through. I can cast Past in Flames floating 4 mana. If they relic in response, I can Morphos up to 3. And then flash back the Morphos going up to 4. Cast Gifts and Given floating 1. I just need to think this through. Yeah, I think it's probably right. Interesting. They did not bite down. Wait, now they're going to relic? Sure. Alright, let's hold control because I want to use this remand. Because we can't do the grape shot on the remand. Or the grape shot remand trick because you can't remand from the grape shot from the graveyard. So this way we get a storm and we get to filter. I mean, they could F6. I don't know what they're doing here. Weather the storm. I don't know if I can win. I didn't know that was a card I needed to be playing around, but oh well. Yeah, I'm not winning now. Like, I don't think I can generate enough storm anymore. Especially without the other grape shot in the deck. Yeah, if we had the other grape shot in the deck, we actually could stand a chance. Maybe that's just a mistake on my part for boarding one out. Yeah, there's just like no way that I can do 60 damage without another grape shot on the deck. Guess it's a mistake on my part. Lesson learned. Another one. What I'm wondering is like how common is that? Because Tron's not even on the first page of Goldfish anymore. Like, I'm just going to concede this. We're not winning. But is that normal? To weather the storm, at least in the first list. Looks fairly uncommon. To wilt. Yeah, looks like weather the storm is just like this random person's tech. Alright, we can't win. I'm just going to concede. Okay, so we're actually 1-1, not 2-0. Round number 3 coming right up. On the draw once again. We're going to try this. I really just want to platinum someone. Hopefully this will be the round. Tron again. I didn't realize that Tron was this popular. Maybe we'll get revenge. Looking pretty good for us so far. Really just need this op to hit a land. Ew. Now they're on Eldrazi Tron. A little bit different. Probably takes Past in Flames. They could take the Morphos, but I think Piff is probably the pick. Our opponent agrees. Gifts and given. I'm going to cast the Morphos because it could still win this turn, and if not, we just Serum Visions. If only we had one more. So we're safe from another Thought Knot, which is kind of nice here. Eldrazi Tron. A little bummed that we lost that last match. I feel like that loss was probably on me. Because we already have one Past in Flames exiled, I'm getting Grape Shot now just to make sure that we can find it. So, like, if they put Past in Flames to the graveyard, hypothetically, we flash back a bunch of stuff and cast Gifts, but there's no pile that can get a Grape Shot. So now I'm going to cast a bunch of red cards. And grape shot for 20. Ooh, ooh. Look at that. We kept a 1-lander, ended up with 7 lands. Always had it. Game 2. This actually is a matchup where I board in the Platinum plan, so that's kind of fun. I don't really like Remand here. It does hit Thought Knot, but I don't really think that's what the matchup's about. In the past, I've boarded out some 1s just to make Chalice worse. I don't hate that here. I guess like it is kind of like a weird plan, though, if you're boarding an Aria. Maybe Aria's not correct. I know, it's so good against Graveyard Hate, though. What if we just board out Gifts? I have a feeling that's not right. Let's try this. A little awkward. I'm going to ship this. Okay. Let's get a turn 3 Madcap. Alright, we have turn 3 Madcap. That's what I want. Might not be good enough against the Thought Knot Seer deck, though. Come on, no Thought Knot Seer. I came here to cap. Let's go. I'm sure everyone watching wants to see an 8/8 artifact in play. No. No fun. Take Past in Flames. Come on. What a jerk. That's one way of getting an 8/8 into play. There's another. In the past, I've played lists that run like a Sea Beyond or like something else trying to shuffle the platinum back in. It's just so bad. I imagine they take Biff here. Ooh, they took the platinum. That's interesting. Okay. We can beat this. We have a repeal in the deck. That's pretty much our only out. My life total cannot change. Yeah, that worm coil doesn't do anything either. Well, Karn does something. Walking Ballista will not work. Oh, no, it will work. Never mind. It's only my artifacts. I don't know. Do we take the land? Like, Grape Shot dealing 1 damage to Karn doesn't really seem worthwhile. I guess if they have like a Tormod script here, that's pretty good too. Because they know that we have Past in Flames, Basilisk Collar. Okay, so that's one way to kill the platinum. Now you play an Equip Collar. Okay. You got your combo off. That wasn't very fun for me, though. We're going to be on the play for the last game. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Alright, game 3. Let's platinum. A little bit risky. Alright, we want to draw a land off the Serum Visions into Ritual. Alright, step 1. We want to draw a Ritual next turn. Ritual. Yes! Turn to Madcap. Boom. Too bad we have this one in our hand, but this was worth it. My league felt like the $12 I paid or $10 or whatever. It was completely worthwhile. Yeah, it sucks that we sort of have two dead cards in our hand now because we drew the other plat. See Beyond is just like such a bad card though. We can't be playing that. Could have Madcap twice. Alright, we have to pass here. They didn't use the map, which is kind of strange. Alright, 2-1. Alright, fourth round. We're on the draw for the fourth straight round, I believe. We'll keep. Maybe Modern Storm is just a deck that wants to be on the draw. Ooh, this usually isn't a good sign. Yeah, fucking spirits. So now they're slightly insulated from a grape shot. Not that I have one. Trying to find spirits on goldfish. I don't know if like they play path. I imagine they do, but I want to make sure. Alright, so it'll be interesting to see if we're able to win through this next turn. Like if they tap out here. Is it an upkeep path? Is that what you're thinking about? Alright, you can attempt to play your Queller. Interesting. I still haven't found spirits. I guess I should just search. No main deck path. They probably do side in path, though. I mean, you have to have something opponent. Okay. They had nothing. I like both of these. I don't know if I want Aria. And unfortunately, this does not seem like a an Aria or a Platinum plan. I mean, if they don't board in Cavern, it's just like a flat out, or board in Path is just a flat out win. I don't know if that's realistic, though. I think they're going to board in Path. It's also a 4-mana sorcery that we have to resolve against Spellqueller and Mausoleum Wanderer. I think Remand is actually kind of weak here. I'm going to get rid of those. Looks like they all have Dampening Sphere, Remorseful Cleric, Rest in Peace. Alright, maybe let's... maybe board out a Goblin. I don't know. Well, this hand has mana. I don't think I can keep that, though. Always with the turn 1 Wanderers, huh? Leaving up a white. I have a feeling it's actually going to be pretty tough to beat this, but we'll see how it goes. Madcap would have been very tough. I don't know why I said duff there. To resolve against these two Wanderers. Jeez. Dying pretty quickly. Likely dead on our next turn. Is that lethal? I think that's 11. 10. Alright, so if they play a creature here, yep. That's exactly lethal. Oh, never mind. I guess they got way bigger. No, that's exactly lethal. I was right. But, that was a strong start. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Game 3. This hand is so iffy. Alright, no turn 1 Wanderer. I wonder if I'm supposed to just, like, bounce this vial. Slow them down a hair while we set up. Give me a land. Okay. Past in Flames is sort of bad now. And I did get rid of the repeal, which is one of the few ways we had to deal with it. So we just have the Echoing Truth now. So the plan might actually be to try to remand, which we boarded out. So now it's maybe double Grape Shot. We're in a tough spot. Alright, so it's definitely Echoing Truth. So that repeal ended up not mattering. Gifts. That's interesting. What can we do with that? Opponent's tapped out, so like right now seems like the time. Okay. I think we just want cantrips. They're not going to give me a braid, so I think I'm actually okay with selecting it because they're definitely not going to give it to me. I could put Summit the Wanderer. I'm just not going to. I don't think the Wanderer matters. And if like I target the Wanderer at all, and then they put in like Rattle Chains or the 1/3, I can't think of the name, but the Lord. Um, I don't know. Like it just seems like not a very good move. Yeah, like Rattle Chains would have fizzled that. They're trying to race. I think I just have lethal anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Sweet. 3-1. We have successfully done it. We are on the draw for all 5 rounds of this league. Come on. Round of applause. It's fine. It's not really a big deal. Just kind of funny. We're facing Tron Walker. It will be interesting to see if their deck lives up to their name. But regardless, we have a pretty fine hand here, and it looks like it. Excuse me. 2 pieces. Do you have piece 3? There's a pause here. Probably not. So unlucky. Well, you'll have your Tron next turn. But for now, I'm just going to play a Brawl or a Goblin and get in there. We already have Brawl in play. Playing another one would be pretty bad. We could have cast Serum Visions attempting to win there. In my opinion, that's just a little bit greedy. Don't really need to do that. We get a draw here and a loot in divisions. Plus, like, your mana is a little constrained because if you tap Serum Visions and then Ritual with gifts, you're going to have 1 mana post gifts. That's not really doing a whole lot. Random thought that I just had. I wonder if Oops is going to be a popular deck in Modern. if Noxious Revival should make a comeback, only because you do get free wins by having it in hand against dupes by just putting their Oracle on top. Interesting thought. It's been so long since I've played with Noxious Revival. No. Yes, I would like to loot. Alright, let's start off on visions. Nope. Alright, we're going to bluff having another remand, and we're just going to attack. And then we can opt on their turn and try to win on our turn, assuming that we hit anything decent. That's an interesting card to see in Tron. What? It's pretty wild. I don't even know what to believe. Is this a normal thing? I mean, I haven't been playing much Modern the last year or so, but that doesn't seem like a normal thing. Ooh. Works with this Blast Zone, though. No, I don't want another land. Alright. If I didn't draw the remand, I would not have played Brawl. I would have just held it back. Alright, so that's 5, 10. They have enough for Ulamog now. Hopefully it's just Karn. Nihiri. Oh, Oath. Yeah, you can have a Nihiri. Their deck is wild. Oh, shit. I guess they could have recast it. Even if I had played Remand. Yeah, we just straight up lost that. Oh well. I don't know if I want Arya. Maybe. It doesn't seem great in this matchup, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe something like that, and we'll keep Grape Shot 2 this time. Let's try that out. And I guess I'll use one of my ads that I was talking about. Got to get used to switching. If you're interested in supporting this video, hopefully you enjoyed it. TheEpicStorm.com/shop. You can get card singles there. We do have some modern stuff, but mostly Legacy Storm. And we have cool The Epic Storm merchandise that you can check out. I'd highly recommend the token pack personally. Six different storm symbol or mana symbols, one storm symbol. Nine different goblin tokens on the back. And they're mini. They're half the size of a standard Magic the Gathering card. Go check those out. theepicstorm.com/shop. Alright, game 2. That was a wild game 1. I don't know how good the Platinum plan is, but I wanted to try it out again. I saw that the Hammer Time deck has become very popular in Modern, and it cannot be a Platinum Emperion. And the Red-Black Shadow deck, it can answer Platinum, but most lists only have like 1K command. So if that even stays in, otherwise the Platinum's just going to win game 2 on its own. Just random thought. I am a really big fan of the Green Splash, though, so if I was going to seriously play it in an event, I'd probably be playing that. Our opponent is mulligan to 3. I'd reconsider the weather of the storms in the board and like maybe instead of the weathers run like 2 Aria and something else. Or like keep 1 weather. I'm not sure. I am a really big fan of just like the 4 Veils. Great against like Force of Negation and then the red-black deck. And those are 2 of the larger decks in the format. So my plan is on their turn 3 to end step gifts, assuming that they don't do something really good. And then I think that we have enough where we can win without a creature on our turn. I guess I lost that game because I didn't remand Doubling Season, as funny as that is. Alright, so we're going to get the standard culprits here. I am thinking a lot about the Noxious Revival. I'm going to have to think more about it, see if it's actually good, but it's a card I've played in the past. I won a Star City Regionals playing it, so the card's not completely awful. And if I remember correctly, it allows you to win with 2 mana floating instead of 3. It's just been so long since I've actually played it. I think I'm free to just like pass here. having the remand. And I can gifts again on if I want to. So if they get Tormod's Crypt, it's kind of an issue. But I guess they can recast into Crypt. Assuming that they have one in the board. They probably do. At least now they can't Trinisphere. I don't know. Maybe I misplayed there. Interesting. Chose not to play Karn. Don't hate to see that. Okay. Just want to think through my options here. That doesn't actually make cards larger. What was I thinking? Okay. So it's pretty free to start on a Manamorphose just to see if we hit a Brawl or a Goblin. That is not what I wanted to do. I meant to do blue-red. And give me my fucking graveyard back. And now we'll do one of these. Alright, let's Visions. I think it's actually better for me to Visions than cast that Opt. Alright, and now we can just Visions again. It's from 21. No, weather the storm this time. Alright, game 3. I think I'm just gonna send back the same 75. I they come out of the gates, this hand is like really suspect. I think I have to ship it. The grape shot's like a mulligan already. We don't have a second land. But if we draw like land and a creature, this hand is nuts. Screw it. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna get punished. Okay. I see you, Duck. Come on, tell me you missed your second land drop because you kept a relic hand. Boo. So our top card is a Steam Vents. We're going to shock and then cast Serum Visions. Hopefully find a creature and then like a Manamorphose, which, I mean, that's the ideal draw. They still don't have Tron, which is kind of shocking. Well, not even one of the other Tron lands. I guess that would make sense, actually. But they could have gone and searched for one there. That's just a strange play to me, too. It's better to cast this first in case you draw into Spire Bluff. And I don't hate this. Like, we're under no pressure to try to win right now. So we're going to remand this. And the reason we're remanding it is, one, they don't have another green source. And two, if we allow them to get a land, they can then play Tron Piece, search up Tron Piece, have Tron next turn. They're shut off from that right now. And now we just pass, and then we're going to end step gifts. I wonder if it's common for someone to face, I guess one of them was Eldrazi Tron, but Tron in 3 matchups in one league. Because it seems like it's not a very popular deck anymore. And I'm just stuck over here living in 2017 Modern. Storm versus Tron. Alright, end step. And then gifts. Getting the other grape shot just to make it easy. So I could have cycled a Morphos first there, in case they have like a Warping Whale or something right there. Or not a Warping Whale, Spatial Contortion. Something that would, or Dismember. I could have, like, in theory, like, ritualed a bunch first. But it looks like we're about to win. My opponent is pretty hard on the F6 train. And I could have double grape shotted, but to be honest, that's more clicks than what I'm doing right now, so. Looks like we're going to go 4-1 in this league, and our only match that we lost, I'm going to blame on myself because I don't think I played it that well. I was a little too distracted by brownies. Platinum Emperion, I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe it's just the matchups we got. I thought it might be fun to play again. Actually, why would I cast that? Cancel. Alright, in the Magic Storm 20. Can't be too upset with a 4-1, especially when the loss is probably my own fault. We did play some wild games, and I know that I might have been a little spacey in not knowing what that our first. I can't talk right now. Knowing that our first opponent was on 4-color Omnath, and me trying to figure out what they were doing, but I felt like a lot of these games were pretty good. I know that we also played a lot of just long matches in general. I don't know, kind of cool. Thank you for watching. Let me know how often I messed up in the comments below. If there's anything I could have done better, what you think about the list. Yeah, I'd just be interested to know. And, you know what to do. I'm done talking. Take care. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.